one weekend, one fine weekend, you conduct a webinar. One fine weekend, Amit Surana sir conducts webinar. One fine weekend, Ritu ma'am conducts webinar. But you guys have queries in all the three sections and other topics as well. So here we are. So today we are conducting a webinar over the topic No Doubt Left Behind. Like CAT 2025 is 3 months down the line. So you must have lots of concerns, lots of queries regarding syllabus, strategy, profiling. There could be multiple queries. So all of us are here together to answer all your queries. Feel free to punch in your questions everywhere on Zoom session, guys. We have this Zoom webinar link on the description as well as in the chat. Join it because we'll be taking questions mostly asked on Zoom webinar session. Right. The team has pinned the link of Zoom webinar in the chat. Pardon? What to you, sir? Hello, Kushagra. Hello, Kishan. Voice repeat हो रहा है. Ma'am, is it fine? My audio is fine? Sir?
It's fine, sir.
It's fine here.
There is no echo, I believe.
Ruma, maybe you would want to rejoin. एक बार leave करके वापस rejoin कर लीजिए.
Hello, sir. I got around 22 marks. Yes, sir. Okay. So 20. So guys, one of the students is saying, sir, I got 22 marks in mocks today. Is it a good start? So to start, if you're starting your preparation, you have not been preparing for some time now. If that is the case, then it's a good start, I would say. 22 marks is a good start. But provided that if you have been preparing for some time now, like 2-3 months, you are done with your basics, like 60-70% of the syllabus in quant, one of DI or LR, and done some questions in RCs. And then if you're getting 22 marks, it is little below par. This is what I believe. But if you're starting today, like started like a week ago and got 22 marks, maybe your first mark you started with. So it's a decent start, and with 3 months of practice in the right direction with relevant resources, you can be there, right? Any opinion, sir? What do you say over this?
Agreed, sir. If again, so like sir said, abhi chalu kar rahe ho, this was your first or your second mock, then in that case, 22 is not bad. 22 would effectively mean you've answered 7 right questions, or maybe 8 right and a couple more wrong questions. So 8 in the entire paper sounds a little less. So you might want to increase your number of attempts. Thoda sa badhaiye. You need at least 10 questions to be answered in each of the sections to have a decent enough percentile. Kam se kam 10. So you have to increase your attempts. और अगर आपके अटेम्प्ट ज्यादा रहे हैं और नेगेटिव मार्क्स के कारण स्कोर हैज कम डाउन टू 22, तब तो फिर थोड़ा सा आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा. Right, he's saying
quant 4 questions, 2 were right. Okay. VARC 4 out of 9. You attempted 9. So accuracy ka issue hai. So you need to practice a lot. You need to work on your basics first. Forget about the timeline that you have only 90 days left. Forget about that. Focus more on concepts. Focus more on practicing. Okay. Because what I believe in quant, I'll be talking about quant. Out of 22 questions, there are 7 to 8 questions which are very easy in nature. So at least you can pick those questions if done with basics. You can pick those questions, 7-8 questions, and I assume the accuracy could be as high as 100% for those 7-8 questions. So you need to cover your syllabus first, the basics first. Right now, what I can see, if there would have been 2 questions attempted, 2 right, so that was a different case. But attempted 4 questions, only 2 were right, 50% the accuracy. So this is not what we want. You need to focus more on basics. For anything for VRC, ma'am?
Yeah, same.
4 out of 9.
Yeah, so 4 out of 9, you have to go through matlab, RCs. You would have, if you have attempted 9 questions, I think you would have done 2 RCs possibly and about 1 VA question. So one is selection of your RC passage has to be improved. You have to maybe you didn't select the right one, or you the readings again. You have to clear your concepts. That's very important. You have to go through the RC reading techniques, how to summarize, how to skim and scan. What are the questions for RC? Okay, one tip, Kushagra, you want to really start out with your preparation right now, how to get accuracy, build right now initially, focus on critical reasoning. You'll start getting accuracy in RCs. So start with that. You can anyway you do attend live sessions as well. तो आप उसमें थोड़ा regular रहो. And yeah, but you have to clear your concepts, and then you can move on to mocks. I feel first you clear your concepts, go through sectionals, and then you can probably, after 2 or 3 weeks, you can move on to mocks.
And we have all our basics covered in Scratch batch for quants, for DILR, for verbal. The entire syllabus in detail is covered in the Scratch batch. So I would recommend you to watch that. Maybe on the 2x speed, fatafat dekh lo. Okay. And also at this time, I believe you would like to filter out the topics you want to skip, because if going for 100% syllabus in quant, abhi se, could be a little bit tough. So you can decide, you can skip couple of modules जिसका weightage थोड़ा कम है, focus more on arithmetic and algebra and geometry. Modern mathematics को थोड़ा सा you can give less weightage for the time being, and watch Scratch batch to clear your basics. And also we are coming up with some amazing sessions planned in the first week of September. The schedule and the notification will be given soon, but for practice, we are coming up with something very nice in the first week of September. So follow the channel, and in 3 months you could be there, oh boy.
Okay, weighing in for the DILR bit, 3 out of 3 is good in terms of accuracy, but number of attempts बहुत कम है. 40 minute में if you were able to answer only 3 questions, तो उस पर थोड़ा सा work करना पड़ेगा. You have to aim at doing at least 2 sets. कम से कम 2 sets तो आपको करना ही होगा. So please make sure you make a note of the number of attempts. 2 set तो आपको करना ही करना है. Keep that in mind and then move on with it. सर यहाँ पे भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए हैं. So Bayed is asking you in the Zoom how to
So in
revise for
quants, what we
quants.
can skip? Okay, apart from sectionals, 2 colleges would okay. In quants, what we can skip? In quants, what you can skip is arithmetic, the most important section. Arithmetic covers 40% of the syllabus. We have been studying arithmetic right from our school days. So arithmetic, you have to do arithmetic. Geometry and algebra is what I believe unka bhi weightage zyada hai, considering कि algebra में you have 6-7 topics to be covered, and from every topic there is a question. Let it be quadratic, there is a question. Logarithm, there is a question. Inequalities, there is a question. So almost every year there is a question from each of the topics from algebra, which makes the weightage of algebra high again. Geometry again, the syllabus is small, well defined. So geometry se bhi questions aate hain, 3-4 questions from geometry. You can skip for the time being modern mathematics, and if you want to number system, because number system is very vast. But when I say skip the number system module, that does not mean कि zero देखकर जाना है. आपको सारे जो टॉपिक्स है ना, उनका बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए. सॉल्व कपल ऑफ बेसिक क्वेश्चन. जैसे लास्ट ईयर में नंबर सिस्टम से इन एवरी स्लॉट देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ रिमाइंडर थ्योरम व्हिच वाज वेरी इजी. आपने अगर 2-3-4 क्वेश्चन भी करे होते तो यू कुड हैव डन दैट. So when I say skip, I don't mean completely skip. Overview, like 2 दिन में नंबर सिस्टम्स देख लिया, हर टॉपिक के बेसिक्स LOD1 के 4-5 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिया, and then move ahead. But you can skip modern mathematics to start with, and number systems to start with. Do not skip arithmetic, algebra, and geometry. And this is truly manageable in given 3 months. If you're starting from today also, so these 3 topics can be mastered in 3 months. Okay. Sir, in normal, I can solve quant questions, but not in mock. अच्छा देखो, तो let me give you something, a strategy to attempt QA section in mock. You can try this. The strategy may or may not work for you, but you can try it for a couple of mocks and see if it works or not. Let's say your target is solving 14, 15 questions and in quant section only in the mock or in the actual examination. So do not start with 14, 15 questions. You have 40 minutes in your hand, 22 questions are there. So attempt a mock and decide that I'll be solving only 10 questions, only 10, neither less nor more. And this is based on the assumption that you have prepared for it, right? अगर आपने preparation नहीं करी है, if you're not done with your basics, so there is no point in discussing any of the mock strategy. कोई point नहीं है उसका. So assuming that you have like prepared the basics of quant, and now you want to attempt the sectionals. So start with a number less than what you actually want to attempt in want to get right in actual examination. Let's say you want to get 15 questions right in actual examination. So start with 10 questions. And predetermine कि 10 से ज्यादा भी होंगे तो भी मैं 10 करेगा, 10 से कम होंगे तो भी मैं 10 करेगा. मतलब focus on only 10 questions. And you will find out कि when you decide that you have to solve only 10 or 8 questions to start with, तो आपको वो 8 question easily मिल जा रहे हैं. And you still have some time left because now you are choosing the questions. So after solving 10 questions, you feel like एक और कर सकते हैं, but stop there. Just read the questions, other questions. Don't solve them, just read them. Couple of mocks के बाद you find कि हाँ, I am attempting 10 questions, raise the bar by 2 more questions, then 12 questions. And don't solve more than 12 questions or less than 12 questions. Look for 12 questions that you want to attempt and get 100% accuracy right. Because in what students generally do, they try to attempt all the 22 questions. तो उसके से क्या होता है ना, they lose focus on every question. So get some number of questions fixed और उतने questions को target करो. Try this for 4-5 mocks, 4-5 sectionals. And if you feel the change, because I have seen this working for many students, if you feel the change, to follow this strategy. This will actually help you in improving your accuracy as well as attempt, both. सर आप लोग सब एक साथ बोल रहे नहीं, हम लोग एक साथ किधर बोल रहे हैं? सुराना सर तो
I think Ruma, you'll have to like rejoin, or else you can also, if there's an error, you can watch the session from YouTube. And if you have a specific doubt, you can post it there. We'll reply.
ये इश्यू सिर्फ आपको ही हो रहा है रुमा, तो एक बार अपना ऑडियो भी कहाँ से आ रहा है वो चेक करो. कहीं आपने पैरेलली यूट्यूब खोल के रखा है तो शायद फिर वहां पे आपको एको हो रहा होगा, दोनों ऑडियो साथ में आके.
okay sir
मुझे
sorry to interrupt. I'll have to leave. तो अगर कोई quant question मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है, Kushagra, your question is very well answered of what topics are important. So sir, I'll have to take leave. I am in middle of something.
sure.
Sure.
Students, Ritu ma'am and Surana sir will carry on from here. I'll be dropping off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I can see a question. Shiv Prakash का question है, मैम sentence insertion या sentence placement questions में दिक्कत आ रही है. So Shiv Prakash, I have first 2 suggestions for you. See, one mistake that most of the students I feel are making in the VRC section is they're just working on their existing knowledge. Like आप लोग concepts, technique क्या है, वो you feel like okay, you've understood the pattern of the question, तो आप solve करने लग जाते हो. But there are certain techniques, there are certain concepts that I want you to focus on. Okay, so there is a video in the playlist section which I made specifically for sentence insertion या sentence placement के concepts. तो आप वो video देखना. It's there on the same channel in the video section. That's one. Secondly, starting Monday, we have something very unique coming up for you, wherein your theories and your basics will be covered. So that also you can watch. We'll update you on that soon. And for sentence insertion, you have to go through the PYQs because that's the main repository that is there for sentence placement or insertion questions. Also, one more thing, the last week I have taken all the important PYQs. Last 3 years के 2 years के PYQs मैंने cover किए हैं. क्योंकि सेंटेंस इंसर्शन इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द लास्ट 3 years only. So I've covered 2 years का already. Please watch that. In that I've in detail explained how to answer sentence insertion or placement questions. So that will help you out. You can watch the videos on the channel itself. Okay. And I'll just take up one more VRC question here. That is 𝐴𝐴𝐳𝐧. आपका question है कि VRC, how to improve in VRC? See guys, VRC में improve करने के लिए you have to go through first the basics. And the basics include strengthen your vocabulary. I don't find a lot of you strengthening your vocabulary. See guys, अगर आपका vocabulary strong नहीं होगा तो आपको समझ में क्या आएगा? How will you read and understand and infer the passage? So please strengthen your vocabulary. There's a complete vocabulary for cat series that I've covered. It's just a 6 hours का पूरा series है जहाँ पे जितने भी important words है for cat, I have covered it. It's there on YouTube. Watch that. Go through critical reasoning. And for VRC at least, guys, make it an effort to attend live sessions so that you can get your doubts cleared. You can ask like, your technique, is it the right way, ma'am? I feel it's this way, because उसमें argumentation का scope ज़्यादा है VRC में. So that's one tip that I wanted to tell you. Okay, yes sir, go ahead sir.
I'll take Bates' question, which was directed towards Ashish sir, but since he's not there, the best way to revise, see, Bates, if you know all the concepts, then it's no point in watching all the lectures. So try doing DPPs, try doing practice. That way you will realize आपके कौन से topics you are very strong with and which topics or which particular concepts you are not strong with, and you can watch only those targeted videos. You don't have to go through the whole thing over again if you're someone who already has gone through all the basic concepts. Gunjan is asking, sir, how to be accurate in puzzle questions. So, Gunjan, the issue with puzzle-based questions is you have to be really comfortable with one constraint-based solving, where different constraints you have to place them within a grid or within whatever given situation, and then you have to do trial and error also there. So these two things you have to be very comfortable with: constraint-based solving and trial and error. If you have the time, Gunjan, then I would recommend you start solving some puzzles. You can start off with Sudoku, you can start off with nonograms or 𝐂𝐚𝐥𝐿 or Binaro. These are some of the puzzles that you can do on a regular basis, and it is not going to take you much time. Each puzzle would take you somewhere around 1.5 minutes if you're not doing a very complex one, that is. Easy to moderate, 1.5 minute में हो जाता है, so that's what I would recommend for you if you want to get good with puzzles. Is there any new batch which is starting in a few days for CAT, and later in the same batch can we get? Yeah, Gaurav. So there is a crash course going on right now, but you have to understand, Gaurav, that for CAT and for OMS, if you're looking for both, then we have something called a super pack, where you would have access to both CAT as well as OMS. And for OMS, Gaurav, we'd be starting in a while because right now the target is CAT, but somewhere in the next month we will be starting for OMS as well, which would include concepts that would be for both CMAT and Maharashtra CET as well. Any other questions, folks?
On YouTube, there are a couple of questions sir, for DILR.
Right. So Ganesh sir, आपका scratch batch, Prodigy, Elevate and Ultima batch के lectures देख लिया हूँ, feeling very confident. But when I try to solve, it's difficult what to do. So Ganesh, there's something called mirroring. आपने मेरे को solve करते हुए देखा, right? But आपने सिर्फ वो देखा, आपने वो वापस से try नहीं किया. तो what I'd recommend is when you're watching the video or the recording of it, वो देख लो. बट देन बाद में वो खत्म होने के बाद एक बार फिर से वो सेट अपनी तरह से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करो, वेयर यू आर ट्राइंग टू मिरर व्हाट आई हैव डन, द अप्रोचेस दैट आई हैव यूज्ड और द प्रोसेस ऑफ एलिमिनेशन दैट आई हैव यूज्ड, वो यूज करके वापस से आप ट्राई करो. दैट्स हाउ यू विल आल्सो बिल्ड द अप्रोच. अगर आप सिर्फ देख रहे हो, हाँ आप सॉल्व कर रहे हो, सॉल्व हो रहा है, बट फिर अगर आप वो रेप्लिकेट नहीं कर पा रहे हो, तब यू आर नॉट लर्निंग मच फ्रॉम द वीडियोस. तो ये ट्राई करके देखो गणेश, एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर दिस विल वर्क फॉर यू. सुराना सर, बेसिकली एक सेट तो पूरा बन जाता है, बट लास्ट क्वेश्चन इतना कंफ्यूजिंग होता है कि लीव करना पड़ता है. कुशाग्र सी, अगर नॉर्मली ऐसा होता है, इफ दैट हैपेंस कि आउट ऑफ द 4 और 5 क्वेश्चंस इन अ सेट आपसे एक नहीं बन रहा है और उस एक क्वेश्चन के चक्कर में आप बहुत ज्यादा टाइम वहां पर स्पेंड कर रहे हो, तब तो वो लॉजिकल नहीं है अप्रोच, है ना। तो जितना बन सकता है आपका, अगर आप उसमें से 5 में से अगर आप 4 क्वेश्चंस कर पा रहे हो या 4 में से अगर आप 3 क्वेश्चंस कर पा रहे हो, वो करो। If the remaining question, if that is a theta question, so then give your best guess there and just move on to the next set. क्योंकि वो एक सेट पे आप जितना टाइम स्पेंड करोगे उतने में आप शायद कोई दूसरा सेट का फर्स्ट फ्यू स्टेप्स आप वहां पे कर पाओगे, जिससे आपको ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे। सो ये डिसीजन आपको लेना पड़ेगा इम्प्रॉम्प्टू, सो दैट यू डोंट वेस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम जस्ट गेटिंग दैट 1 3 मार्क्स। एक 3 मार्क के चक्कर में आप एक पूरा सेट का टाइम खा रहे हो, which is not the right approach. Sir, in DILR suggest an important topic which might come. Shiv Prakash, I've made an entire video बच्चा, एक पूरा वीडियो बनाया मैंने 5 year trend analysis बोल के। अगर आप चैनल पे वो सर्च करोगे तो वहां पे मैंने सारे important topics बताए हैं which are high weightage and have high chances of being asked in CAT 25 as well. सर मॉक में DILR सेक्शन में हिमांशी क्वेश्चन है, सर मॉक में DILR सेक्शन में एक ही सेट हो पा रहा है, कैसे टाइम मैनेज करूं? हिमांशी, आपने नोटिस करा होगा कि राइट नाउ वी आर डूइंग अ PYQ सीरीज। तो हर सेशन में वो पूरे जो सेट हैं वो चालू सॉल्व करने के पहले हम उसका एक एनालिसिस करते हैं, राइट। वी फिगर आउट कि इन 4 या 5 सेट में से कौन से 2 या 3 सेट में पक्का कर सकता हूँ, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट टारगेटिंग दोस्त। तो डुएबल सेट्स, मॉडरेट सेट्स एंड स्किपेबल सेट्स आइडेंटिफाई करने से उसमें शायद आपके 8 से 10 मिनट खराब हो जाए, बट ये 8 से 10 मिनट के कारण आपका जो रिमेनिंग 32 मिनट्स है, उसमें फिर आप इफेक्टिवली यू वुड बी एबल टू आंसर मोर देन 1 सेट। तो ये थोड़ा सा ट्राई करो हिमांशी, कोई भी मॉक जब आप चालू करते हो, डोंट स्टार्ट ऑफ विद द वेरी फर्स्ट सेट एंड स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग इट, क्योंकि कुछ सेट जानबूझ के ऐसे दिए जाते हैं जो आपके 20 से 25 मिनट आराम से खाएंगे। तो अगर आप 20 25 मिनट आप एक सेट पे दे रहे हो, तो फिर आपके पास दूसरा सेट करने का टाइम नहीं रहेगा, एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई थिंक इज हैपनिंग। तो पहले आप एनालाइज करो, फिगर आउट करो कि कहाँ पे क्या मिस हो रहा है, क्या आप सही सही सेट चूज कर रहे हो नहीं कर रहे हो, एंड वंस यू डू दैट आई थिंक यू विल बी ऑन द राइट डायरेक्शन। यश का क्वेश्चन है, सर DILR is taking so much time to solve one set, due to this I'm losing time and unable to solve other sets. I think यश आपका क्वेश्चन भी इसी में आंसर हो गया है। स्पेंड सम टाइम टू एनालाइज, पढ़ो चारों सेट्स को, पढ़ो एटलीस्ट इंट्रो पढ़ो, क्वेश्चंस पे हाइड एनालिसिस करो, फिगर आउट करो कि क्या ये सही चॉइस रहेगा। एक प्रेफरेंस लिस्ट बनाओ वेर यू से दिस इज माय फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस सेट। अगर ये आप चालू करते हो, सॉल्व करते हो और बीच में आपको पता चल जाता है दैट इज गेटिंग टू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, पुट दैट ऑन होल्ड, उसको वहीं पे होल्ड पे रखो एंड जंप ऑफ टू द नेक्स्ट सेट। दिस इज व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू सेव टाइम, ओके। Sir, it is possible to get 95 percentile from starting now with 7 hours consistency. Aman, see, number of hours actually don't matter. Whether you're giving 7 hours a day or 17 hours a day, what matters is the productivity. क्या आप उस टाइम में if you are able to do good quality concepts, good quality questions, then it's still possible. बट मेक श्योर कि जो आप 7 घंटे बोल रहे हो वो 7 घंटे एट अ स्ट्रेच ना हो, सो दैट आप एक दिन निकाल लोगे, 2 दिन 3 दिन कर लोगे, एक हफ्ता शायद पुश कर लोगे, फिर उसके बाद यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग बर्नट आउट। तो यू डोंट वांट टू गिव इन एवरीथिंग दैट यू हैव इन दैट 1 वीक एंड देन बाकी फिर आप कुछ कर ही नहीं पाओ या आप बीमार पड़ जाओ। यू डोंट वांट दोस थिंग्स टू हैपन। सो आई वुड रिकमेंड कि भले ही आप 7 घंटे करो या 4 घंटे करो या 17 घंटे करो, but make sure you space those times in intervals so that you have enough time to take a little bit of rest and then get back on it again. ठीक है। संदीप, हमने एक प्रोफाइल पे एक वीडियो बनाया है, प्लीज हैव अ लुक एट दैट वीडियो। उस वीडियो में देयर इज अ गूगल फॉर्म, फिल दैट गूगल फॉर्म एंड विल सेंड यू द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ इट, ठीक है। रुमा बच्चा, आप तो मेरा सेशन रोज अटेंड करते ही है ना बेटा, तो आपको पता ही है हम सेट कैसे चूज करते हैं। We read the intro part, we see how familiar that particular topic is to us. Then we look at the questions, we do the height analysis, identify if the questions are very much supportive for it, then we decide to take that particular set. तो अपना familiarity, height analysis and confidence के basis पे आप right set choose करते हो. Yeah, I think there are some questions on the Zoom as well which I have missed. रुमा बेटा आप YT पे आ गए हो है ना, तो आप चलो डन. What other questions do I have? Sir, I'll be starting now. So in the super batch, मैम क्या आप ये वाला ले लेंगे? गौरव
Yeah.
का
So
आखिरी question.
Gaurav, the question that you have about the batch, yes, it will be taken topic wise. आप curriculum be you can have a look at it. It will be done module wise and topic wise. And because the batch started a little earlier, maybe the couple of sessions that you have missed, you would have to, whatever you've missed, you might have to see the recorded version. Otherwise, all the lectures will happen live. And you have to, so the sooner you join, the more live lectures you're going to get. So live होगा, ओमेट्स का अभी हम लोग start करेंगे तो वो भी completely live होगा. And yes, it will be done topic wise and it will be live.
Saurav ka एक question, I'll take it. It's relating to DILR. So right now I'm able to do 2 sets. One problem I realized I'm taking more time in calculation-based questions, so can't complete the third set. Any suggestion? So see, having these doubts कि क्या आपने सही calculation करा है नहीं करा है is very normal. But then the idea is you can't second guess every single step that you take. हर calculation को अगर आप second guess करने लग गए तब तो फिर you will lose a lot of time just repeating the task that you've already done. तो थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस रखो खुद पे. अगर कैलकुलेशन थोड़ा भी कॉम्प्लेक्स हो रहा है, प्लीज यूज द हेल्प ऑफ द कैलकुलेटर. यू डोंट हैव टू शो ऑफ योर स्पीड मैथ स्किल्स इन DILR, क्योंकि वहां पे ये करने से अगर डेटा हैवी सेट आ रहा है और यू आर स्पेंडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम अराउंड कैलकुलेशन बिट, तो you lose off time that you would have spent doing some other set altogether. And if at all you're feeling कि आपको बिल्कुल भी confidence नहीं आ रहा है ऐसे calculation based sets में, तो फिर then I'd recommend that you maybe leave that for that particular mock. उस mock में उस set को छोड़ो, किसी और पे focus करो and see if you can get the maximum out of it. यहाँ पे आपकी loyalty matter नहीं करती है कि I am very loyal to this particular set क्योंकि मैंने ये चालू कर दिया है. The moment you realize it's not working for you or it is going in the other direction, आपका पूरा strategy को derail कर रहा है, उसको वहीं पे छोड़ो. Don't scratch it off or something. Just put it on hold. Take a fresh page. Start solving another set. And then when you feel like आपका थोड़ा confidence और बढ़ गया है, then you can get back to that particular set.
I'll take up Kushagra's question. Para jumbles आता नहीं है mocks में, तो odd one out और para completion के concept थोड़े और clear करने हैं. Okay, so Kushagra done. What I'll do is in the next coming weeks, I will release individual videos on concepts. Okay, so just to clear, it's already there, a couple of them, but if you want that, that's a request. I'll definitely cater to that. So वो आ जाएगा. But also one more thing, mocks में नहीं आता है. But that does not mean that you leave that area, because last year was the only year that para jumbles was not there in the examination. But if you look at the 5-year trend analysis, ऐसा एक साल आया भी था जहाँ odd one out नहीं आया था किसी भी slot में, but then again odd one out made a comeback. Okay, and after that 2 years regularly odd one out came in the examination. So just because last year para jumbles didn't come, I mean, I would pray for all of you that it does not come this time as well. But I would still want you to focus on it because it's not predictable. Okay, so you please focus on that as well. Yes.
Hi Deepak, hi Aman, hi Pranjal. Thank you so much, guys. सर DILR में PYQs के बाद क्या करवाएंगे? We'll do more practice. We'll try doing some live mocks so that you know how someone from that particular expertise solves the set. कैसे उसको एनालाइज करना है, कैसे सेट सेलेक्ट करना है, टाइम को कैसे मैनेज करना है, एंड देन विल डू अ बंच ऑफ प्रैक्टिस सीरीज एज वेल. तो जो अब तक हमने सीरीज करी है, बीट प्रोडिजी और एलिवेट और अल्टीमा और फियरलेस, इन सीरीज को देन वी विल ट्राई टू डू सम मोर ऑफ दीज सो दैट यू हैव दैट कॉन्फिडेंस टिल नवंबर. No problem, Sushri. कोई बात नहीं, Sushri. I believe there's some issue with the Zoom today. कुछ तो off चल रहा है, but it's okay. As long as your questions are getting delivered, that's all.
गौरव, टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चन, मतलब कितना आपने मिस किया होगा, पर्सनली वीआरसी का मैं आपको बता सकती हूँ, देर आर अबाउट 2 or 3 lectures only that you have missed, so which is you can easily make it up, and from then onwards it's live completely, but that means you have to take it up soon because again Monday onwards we resume our classes.
Sandeep, I've received response for that Google form, but it is not correct. Okay, Sandeep, I'd recommend that you send me what response you've received, and I'll let you know what to do about it. मेरे को टेलीग्राम पे रीच आउट करो, सेंड मी द रिस्पॉन्स, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट टू डू। सर अब ऐसे लग रहा है कि कुछ प्रिपरेशन नहीं हुई है, ये सच है क्या ये बात
Yeah.
कि प्रिपरेशन नहीं हुई है? प्रिपरेशन अगर नहीं होती तो ये पिछले 8 महीनों में आपने जितना टाइम स्पेंड किया है दिन के एटलीस्ट 3 घंटे तो हम लोग आपका वाईटी पे ही यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं, एंड देन 3 more hours ऑन द मास्टर क्लास, तो 6 घंटे तो दिन के आप वैसे भी हो। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आप खुद से भी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, एंड दैट इज क्लियरली विजिबल, है ना? तो ये खुद पे डाउट करना छोड़ो, क्वेश्चंस पे डाउट करो, सेट पे डाउट करो, आरसीस पे डाउट करो, बट डोंट डाउट योर सेल्स और योर प्रिपरेशन। जब क्लियरली पता है आपने, यू पुट इन द आवर्स, यू पुट इन ऑल योर ब्लड एंड स्वेट, पूरा डाला है आपने, तो डोंट सेकेंड गेस योर प्रिपरेशन, और यू हैव टू लर्न टू ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस। आपने करा है, आपने डाला है एफर्ट्स, एंड दैट्स समथिंग दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। बहुत लोग एफर्ट्स नहीं डालते हैं एंड देन दे फील दिस, व्हिच इज प्रीटी नॉर्मल। रियलिटी क्या है उनको पता है कि भाई मेहनत करी ही नहीं है, तो फिर हम रिजल्ट्स कैसे एक्सपेक्ट करें? बट अगर आपने मेहनत करी है, कुछ तो करी होगी ना, 10%, 20%, 50%, 80%, whatever you've done, that's what is going to reflect in your test also, so you don't have to worry about it। और जो अनएक्सपेक्टेड चीजें हैं, जो आउट ऑफ नोवेयर आ जाता है, वो सारी चीजें एनी विच वेज यू कुडंट हैव प्रिपेयर्ड योरसेल्फ। अगर आप 1 साल भी, 2 साल भी, 4 साल भी आप अगर प्रिपेयर कर लेते, जो चीज एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं है कैट से वो होना है तो वो होके ही रहेगा, सो डोंट हैव टू सेकेंड गेस और डाउट योर ओन प्रिपरेशन, ये मत करो। Where is Ashish sir? Ashish sir, it had to be somewhere. But if you have any questions for him, I can answer. या फिर you can wait for Ashish sir to come live on Monday. वहाँ पे आप पूछ सकते हैं। सर मेरे पास अरुण शर्मा की बुक है 2024 की, बट आई फील उसमें क्वेश्चंस अप टू मार्क नहीं है, आई मीन नए टाइप के क्वेश्चन नहीं है, सो जब भी प्रैक्टिस करने जाता हूँ यही थॉट आता है, फिर बुक बंद कर देता हूँ। बहुत बढ़िया सुकून, बुक बंद कर देते हो, विच इज गुड। सी मोस्ट ऑफ द बुक्स, although they claim that it's a new edition, the problem with them is they can't rewrite the entire book every single year. And CAT as a test, we've noticed that what they have done this particular year, they might not have done it last year, and they will not do it next year also. So CAT ऐसा है, and since the entire test is so unpredictable, the authors, the people who write books also, they can't also be on toes every single time. And imagine अगर एक बुक लिखने में उनको 6 से 8 महीने लग रहे हैं, and then they have to write a new book every single time, वो तो पॉसिबल नहीं है ना? तो इफ यू आर यूजिंग बुक्स दैट्स वेल एंड गुड, जो आपको लग रहे हैं कि कम रेलेवेंट है, ज्यादा रेलेवेंट नहीं है अभी के पैटर्न के हिसाब से, यू यू ऑलवेज हैव द चॉइस टू नॉट डू दोस। ऑल्टरनेटिवली दीज प्रैक्टिस सेशंस जो हम कर रहे हैं ना सुकून, जो प्रैक्टिस सेशंस हम कर रहे हैं, जो मॉक्स हैं, जो पोर्टल्स पे जो प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, ये थोड़े से ज्यादा रेलेवेंट होते हैं, बिकॉज we make sure that it is relevant to the cat that particular year, and it is recent pattern के हिसाब से, format के हिसाब से होता है। So there it goes, your answer। Ma'am Sushri has a question for you।
Yeah. So सुश्री मॉक में पहले आरसी करे तो 2 आरसी में टाइम चला जाता है, एंड पहला वीए करती हूँ तो 1 आरसी होता है। ओके, सी दिस गोज आउट टू एवरीवन, लाइक आपको डाउट रहता है कि पहले आरसी करे या वीए करे या इंटरस्पर्स करे उसको। सो वन थिंग आई वांट टू टेल यू इज, फर्स्ट प्लीज डोंट स्टार्ट विद वीए। ओके, सी आई टेल यू व्हाट हैपेंस। ओके, इट्स अ मेंटल लोड एक्चुअली। सी क्या होता है, आप लोग वीए से शुरू करते हैं, okay, and about let's say in that flow of answering the questions, let's say 15-20 minutes आप VA में लगा देते हो, and then you see you just have 20 minutes for 4 RCs, right? Or even if you're, and that is like a very very you will arrive at a stage where you can't manage your nerves then. So I would always say that you first start with RC. Okay, select easiest RCs possible based on topic familiarity. See, there are two ways to do this now. Okay, there are people, अगर आपका VRC section काफ़ी strong है, you have a good hold on the language, आपका reading ability अच्छा है, then I would suggest the first strategy would be to try out the RCs in the first 25 to 28 minutes. And then the rest of the time you can spend on the VA section. Okay, but if it's not that strong, you cannot take so much of reading at once, and your RCs are not that good, and sometimes what happens is the VA section turns out to be very easy, and then you're like, okay, I didn't have time left for it, why didn't I go through it, right? So in that case, a strategy which works out for most of the students, average students, is आप दो RCs करो, then you have a look at the VA, and then you come back and try for that third RC. Okay, now initially I always tell you focus on accuracy. The time will happen, but if yet after a lot of preparation the timing is not working out, it's because you're not practicing enough, और in one sitting you're not doing enough. तो students क्या करते हैं, suppose आज RC का practice लेके बैठे तो दो RCs ही करके उठेंगे. अब आप दो RCs करके उठ रहे हो तो आप एग्जाम में भी आपका वो वेवलेंथ उतना ही बना रहेगा. So I would always say it's like running a marathon. I keep saying this. If you're running a 20-kilometer marathon, you can't just run one kilometer every day and expect to run 20 kilometers there. Right. So it's like when you're sitting down for practice also, please take up 3 or 4 RCs. Okay, 3 you have to try for. Okay, so Shri especially you, because I know you've been preparing regularly. So up 3 RCs in your daily practice sessions also, please take 3 RCs. तो 2 RCs करो, थोड़ा सा VA section करो, फिर वापस RC पर आओ. Okay, and slowly, you with more consistency, more mocks, you will see your timings improving automatically. But yeah, if you have any specific queries, you can reach out to me on Telegram also, Sushri. I'll be able to help you out better, like a more customized solution for you, because one size does not fit all. Okay, and okay, so Danshu has a question. Good question to attempt in VRC. See, there are only 5 types of questions in VRC actually. There's RC, there is para jumble, there is odd one out, there is sentence placement, and there's para summary. At this stage, if you're starting out, I would suggest then you focus on RC and para summary. Para summary gives you a lot better accuracy than an odd one out or a para jumble question. So para summaries, definitely go for it, I would say. Okay, Kishan, VRC में accuracy नहीं आता है. Okay, to answer your question, I have made a video recently on the channel which says 10 reasons why you're not getting accuracy in RCs. So please see that, because I've identified all the 10 important reasons. उसमें से आपको क्या applicable हो रहा है आप देखो, और मैंने उसका solution भी दिया आपको. तो it could be anything. Vocabulary strong नहीं है, CR strong नहीं है, practice enough नहीं है, good level of questions नहीं है, book से practice कर रहे हो, online practice नहीं कर रहे हो, क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग अच्छा नहीं है, इन्फर करना नहीं आता है, सही से स्किमिंग एंड स्कैनिंग नहीं कर रहे हो, तो काफ़ी सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकते हैं. तो ट्रबल शूटिंग का वीडियो है, आप उसको ज़रूर देखना. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to say. And last question is Gaurav for CMAT. Who will be teaching innovation and entrepreneurship for CMAT? So Gaurav, अगर आप हमारा उमेट्स का कोर्स देखोगे लास्ट ईयर ऑल्सो, आप वीडियोस चैनल पे भी देख सकते हो. आई हैड टेकन अप इनोवेशन एंड entrepreneurship classes, and yeah, you can watch them, and I will continue with those classes this year as well.
Preeti's question, ma'am. Sir, ma'am, अभी तक मेरे basics clear नहीं हो पाए. Is it possible to cover everything? Preeti, I think we've done you one better. हमने आपके लिए पूरा सीरीज बना के रखा है जहाँ पे हम core basics जो है पूरा cover किए. So the name of the series is Scratch Batch, where we have made sure that every single concept that gets tested in CAT उसको हमने एकदम basic से उठा के किया है, so that your foundation becomes extremely strong. So you just have to come to the Testbook app and search for Scratch Batch, or if you're on YouTube, just search for Scratch Batch. या नीचे scroll करोगे तो playlist में आपको Scratch Batch दिख जाएगा. Saurabh, cheers, man. Yes. So we will continue. Don't worry about it. हम नई series करेंगे where we are doing more practice. Something that's in the same zone as Ultima or maybe Fearless, right? क्योंकि उससे easy तो अब at this stage doesn't make sense, but we'll try to maintain the difficulty level that is very much relevant to CAT at this stage. Okay. Right. If we are done, if you guys don't have any other questions, I think we'll wrap this.
Yeah, and if you do have, you can, we take live classes every day. So आप Monday को हमसे connect कर सकते हो and you can ask these questions in the live classes, or you can reach out to us on Telegram as well, and we'll be happy to answer them. And these webinars also would be a frequent thing, and they have been a frequent thing. So please make sure to join the webinars, and this is a very good interaction. You can actually clear all your doubts. So it's just a motivation to all of you guys. If you're just starting your preparation, don't worry. You can cover it, but then one tip I want to tell all of you is don't put too much burden on yourself to like figure out everything. You just join a batch and let us like figure out the content and everything. You just go through the batch completely, and don't confuse yourself now too much at this stage. Keep it simple. Join a batch, get all your basics clear, practice well, good level of questions, go through PYQs and give mocks, and you will be ready. Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Jason,
so
how much is the
we've
batch? You can actually see that on the Testbook app में अगर आप जाओगे तो आपको current prices वहाँ पे दिख जाएंगे, and you can apply the code core MBA in order to get the best possible price.
yeah. Yeah, I think we are done. So what ma'am was trying to tell you is that हमने खाना बना लिया है, पका दिया है, आपके लिए स्पून में रेडी रखा है. All you have to do is take a bite and start chewing on it so that you become so that you could get best out of it. तो आपको बाकी के headaches नहीं लेने हैं कि ये important है, वो important नहीं है, ये करूँ, वो नहीं करूँ. ये सारी चीजें is what will cause you to reduce your efficiency. तो मेरा suggestion रहेगा कि to get into this, we've curated everything for you. You just have to be present and make sure आप अपनी तरफ से जो है practice and mocks करते रहें. So I think we'll wrap this session for now. I think we've answered a bunch of questions. Ristan, मैंने इस पे एक वीडियो बनाई है how to select which set to attempt. If you want, I'll get this added to the home page also so that you can see this. पर हाँ, वो वीडियो देखना, वहाँ पे proper strategy समझाई है how to get it done. So if Ritu ma'am, if you have anything to add, otherwise we can wrap this.
No, so that's good to go, and we'll take up your further questions in our live classes. And Sukoon, I will also answer your question in the live class on Monday, or you can reach out to me on Telegram as well.
Done.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay,
so
folks.
much.
All
Have
the
a
very
great
best.
weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.